Hi, I'm Brad Pride, co-founder and CEO of Onethree Biotech. I'm here to talk about a partnership between Onethree and Jubilant Therapeutics, where we teamed up to determine the ideal patient populations through the identification of biomarkers and indications for Jubilant's drug, a dual inhibitor of LSD1 and HDAC6. This collaboration was made possible through the use of Onethree's massive database and AI-fueled R&D platform, as well as data on Jubilant's compound. Jubilant Therapeutics is a biotech advancing small molecule modulators to address unmet medical needs in oncology, as well as autoimmune diseases. And as you can see here, it's led by a great team. Our company, Onethree Biotech, spun out of the largest precision medicine lab in the United States and gained notoriety while using our technology in various partnerships, which range from large pharmaceutical companies to smaller biotechs. And now we're developing our own assets internally with phenomenal early stage success. We're able to use our diverse, massive database and complex algorithmic platform to create a true end-to-end discovery platform. So what this means is we've proven our ability to identify targets, determine the target's safety, find optimal patients and biomarkers, repurpose drugs towards those targets, measure the prevalence within the public, and then the end point is we deliver an inclusive discovery package with info on target, drug, and patients ready for development within the clinic. We use this level of information in our own internal development, but also in co-development partnerships. In certain instances, we partner with companies for a section of this platform, as is the case with Jubilant. To speak more on the challenges and deeper complexities of this partnership, let me hand you off to my co-founders, starting with Dr. Neil Madhukar. And to get you over to him, I'm gonna do a little fun graphic design special effects. Goodbye.
Hey everyone, as Brad mentioned, my name is Neil Madhukar and I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Onethree Biotech. In this partnership with Jubilant Therapeutics, we focused on using Onethree's biology-driven AI platform to improve one piece of the drug development pipeline, and primarily sought to accomplish three things. First, we wanted to better understand how the mechanism of Jubilant's first-in-class inhibitor, through dual inhibition of LSD1 and HDAC6, contributed to its anti-cancer efficacy. Second, we wanted to identify potential biomarkers that could be used to select the optimal cancer patients for dual inhibition therapy. And lastly, we wanted to take all of this information together and identify new indications outside of myelodysplastic syndrome and acute myeloid leukemia for Jubilant to pursue preclinically and eventually clinically. Now, one of the classic challenges with work like this is that there's no single data set or data type that's going to capture all of the nuances scientists need to consider when designing a patient selection strategy. And this isn't just a challenge for experimentalists, but also a hurdle for any company looking to integrate AI into their internal development pipeline. Because you need to make sure that not only are any predictions you get from AI going to be accurate, but they also have to be interpretable. You need to make sure that you are getting real, concrete insights into the underlying biology driving each and every single prediction. Now, one of the things that really excited us about this partnership with Jubilant Therapeutics was how their team thought about these challenges and approached drug discovery. And the synergies we saw between their approach and the Onethree platform made us confident as we moved forward. With deep expertise in high throughput experimentation and mechanistic biology, Jubilant was able to bring in specific data sets that enable an AI-driven approach. We were then able to integrate those data sets with data from our back-end data engine and use our AI platform to obtain interpretable, mechanistic insights at every step of the process. To date, we've not only seen how insights obtained from this partnership have been validated preclinically, but they've also already begun to make an impact in Jubilant's downstream clinical development strategy. And none of this would have been possible without the convergence of biology and scalable mechanistic AI that our two groups brought together. Now, to give you a bit more insight into specifics behind this partnership, I'd love to turn it over to Onethree's Chief Data Scientist, Dr. Coriander Gilbari.
Thanks, Neil. Hi, My name is Coriander Gilberry, and I'm the Chief Data Scientist and a co-founder here at Onethree Biotech. Onethree's partnership with Jubilant Therapeutics had some ambitious goals, but how do we actually achieve them? And most importantly, how do we avoid the common pitfalls of AI? Our semi-automated recursive AI workflow, outlined here, was able to seamlessly ingest Jubilant's experimental data and output potential molecular markers of sensitivity, as well as mechanistic insights and potential indications for Jubilant's asset to move into. Unlike traditional AI approaches, our model is actually comprised of 3 different model architectures, allowing it to be generalizable to diverse drug types and target types. First, the models start with being trained on every possible molecular marker. This includes things like gene expression or mutation status. Then slowly the markers are filtered down to a smaller and smaller subset of the most predictive markers. This ultimately leads to hundreds of models being trained and optimized, all so that we can get those with the highest accuracy and the most concise molecular signature. Throughout this filtering process, we use both a computational analysis as well as the collaboration between Jubilant and Onethree researchers, ensuring that the underlying biology of Jubilant's asset and its targets actually inform the model predictions and the ultimate predicted molecular markers. This helps make sure that data artifacts are not perpetuated throughout the model, and we can actually get a deeper understanding of the underlying mechanism. Throughout this process, pathway and gene set analyses are performed so we can get an even more granular idea of how Jubilant's asset actually functions. Lastly, the concise molecular signature can then be applied to real-world patient data found within Onethree's data engine. This can point us to potential new indications of Jubilant's asset to move into, and it ensures a level of clinical translatability from being applied to real-world patient data. Applying our workflow to Jubilant's preclinical data and combining our complementary expertise led to a fruitful and interesting partnership. Ultimately, it highlights the power of biology-driven AI approaches and how they can really transform drug development. Thanks so much for listening. Let's go to the team to say goodbye.
Thank you so much for your time today, everyone, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to tell you a little bit about the work we've done.
Feel free to get in touch with any questions or comments using the email below. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.